right? So I'll show you the salt on the flip side. How much of that? Now we're going to put the sugar.
Like a light dusting of snow?
Like a light dusting of snow. And you see it's juicy, so the liquid just dissolves the sugar. So you just keep in mind how much you're putting on. But what's important is that you put it on the entire surface. Because each bite counts. And just get rid of the rest of that. And then pepper. I prefer a bigger grind, table grind pepper. Just a little bit fine for when you're seasoning, you want to be able to feel it go through your fingers. And this is a powdered garlic. I prefer granulated garlic for the same reason, because it's easier to control how much you're putting on. This one you have to be like an expert to not overdo it or underdo it. And we want this to be easy enough for the novice to be able to do this. Cumin, ground cumin. And the reason why I don't mix everything up and then just season it like that is because each one of these have different specific gravities, so you don't know how much of what is going on there if it's all mixed up. Not too many red pepper flakes, just enough to give it a good little kick, because some people don't want it too hot and spicy, but they do like the flavor. So it is called a dry rub. So I just rub it in. That way I get on the sides here too. Because if I didn't rub it in and I flip this over, then it'll just fall off.
If you don't rub it in.
If you don't rub it in. It'll just fall off onto the sheet pan, and we want it adhering to the meat. So yes, always do the bottom first. Okay, beautiful. We took a couple bones here for the puppy. He likes them before I cook them. He doesn't like my cooking or something like that.
Sugar?
This one is salt.
Salt.
So you want a good amount of salt, but you want more sugar than salt. Sometimes I like to call them candy ribs because they eat like candy. They're savory candy.
Well, again, remember the problem that we had the first time we tried it was the sugar burnt.
But not on the meat, on the pan.
But it did leave a crust on the meat.
On where the bones touch the pan?
Yeah. The meat itself was very juicy, but the crispness on the outside. Some people may not like that. But you're going to show us how not to get that.
Well, I'm going to show you how I make them. You're going to say either you like them or you don't like them.
Oh, I loved them. I ate a whole rack.
So you see, and I would say it's probably 2.5 times more sugar than salt. If you wanted some kind of a reference to that.
Okay. Should turn off that fan.
So we are preheating the oven to 425 degrees.
I think I will. Makes it hard to hear.
Yeah, it does.
This camera, the microphone could be pretty sensitive, so it might not have heard a word you said.
Oh, it might not.
Other than that fan.
And then the garlic, granulated garlic is what I want you to use. This will work just for this presentation.
What would be the difference between garlic
See
powder?
how powdery this is?
Yeah, yeah. But what in the
It's
cooking?
too fine. Well, you'll get a better garlic flavor with the granulated. And it won't clump. You see, the powder tends to clump up.
Yeah. No
You know what
onions,
this
huh?
thing is.
It's a microwave.
Repeater station. That way you get a better Wi-Fi signal in the kitchen.
That's right.
Cumin. But you see, this one clumps too. And it's fine like that powder, but the powder is even finer than the cumin. Now, did you make the coleslaw when you did this?
Yes.
And how did that come out?
Good.
I kind of like that one.
Well, because we had made both dishes the same day, the pulled pork sliders with the coleslaw, so
Uh-huh. Oh, nice. And that same coleslaw would go great with these ribs.
yeah. No chopped onions at all in this.
Not when you cook this. Because if you put fresh garlic or the onions or something, those would have a tendency to burn.
Yeah. Pepper flakes.
A little bit of red pepper flake. Again, not too much. This just gives it a little pop. We're not trying to send anybody, to the fire department, trying to cool down.
Or to the emergency room.
Yeah. Now this one, I just put it down like this.
Pat it.
Uh-huh. Because it's going to bake up like this.
So you bake with the curvature like it
Side
is,
up.
like this. Okay.
Mhm.
Middle rack, the oven is at what temperature?
425 degrees.
425.
And when I load the oven, you can cook on all of these racks. If you do, you put one pan in and one pan out. One pan in.
So if
one
you
pan
add
out.
another pan on the top rack,
You want to have a 2-inch air gap from the door. And then you want to alternate one towards the back with the 2-inch air gap in the back, and then one in the front with the 2-inch air gap in the front.
or if you could you fit two lengthways in there side by side, or would it better on top?
It won't fit that way.
Okay.
Because they're too long, it would be cattywampus like that. Okay, so let this go about half hour. We'll put the fan on or not. Okay, so we're at 425, half hour into it, we turn it down to 350. Okay, we'll take a look and see if we need to rotate that pan. How they look?
Smells good.
And you see it's starting to shrink off the bone here a little bit. You see that?
So a complete 180. All right, let's see a little bit coming off the bone.
You want to see it?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I see it. I see it.
See right there? See across here?
Yeah.
It's starting to shrink. So we're cooking. In this case, we're cooking with gas.
All right, so we went a half hour. We turned it down to 350, right?
Yep. Good, continue. Okay, let's take a look at these baby back ribs. They flipped over on their own. As you can see, they're upside down now. And you see how the shrinkage is on the bones? That looks pretty good. How's that looking? Nice, huh?
It's got my mouth watering.
So are they done? That's always the proverbial question. So a couple ways to tell. One, you want to make sure that it's tender. See that? It broke right where it needs to. 4 bones per order, unless they want the full rack or a half a rack. But you see how that meat's just coming off that bone?
Oh yeah.
That's done. It's beautiful. You ready for a taste?
Is the Pope Catholic?
So, in case you're wondering, look. You see how that just falls right off of that? That's beautiful. And that's about an hour and 15 minutes in the oven.
So we started off at
425 for half an hour. Turned it down to 350 for a half hour. Then we flipped the rack over and then left it in the oven another half hour. And beautifully delicious, I think. You want to try it?
Oh yeah.
But not before me.
Age before beauty.
Have a taste. It's hot. You know it just came out of the oven. A little spice, a lot of flavor, juiciness, very tender. That's what I'm talking about. Dry rub pork ribs.
They're not any good unless you have to lick your fingers.